I'm going to be mad at my boyfriend because he's the one in the relationship with me.
You.
He's the one who cares about my feelings, supposedly. He's the one who loves me, not the girl.
That's the mistake, though. That's the mistake that a lot of girls and guys make.
Oh, honey.
Welcome to the OHoney podcast.
Where you get the sticky and the sweet with Summer.
And Amanda. And Alyssa.
And me. Hi. How's it going, guys?
So Alyssa is a host on Cheddar
I
TV.
am.
And she interviews a lot of big celebrities, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, like Starbucks you did.
Yes, that was recent. It's been a really busy year.
Yeah.
I've done 4,000 interviews to date, actually.
We
so
thought we were
you guys
doing
are
a lot.
You're on that path.
Jeez.
You're on that path. But yeah, it's really fun. I get to talk with someone who's like an A-list celebrity, then I get to talk to someone who's running a tech startup or, you know, a politician or a congressman. So it's all over the board, but that's what's really fun about it is it's always something different.
Yeah. Well, we're going to dumb it down for you.
Yeah, please.
Big
I'm mentally
time.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this might work in the other side of the brain.
Okay, great.
This is about love, relationships, dating, honey, all that good stuff.
Oh, honey,
Oh,
yes.
honey.
I'm ready.
Tell us.
Let's dive in.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a relationship expert, and I'm bad at taking my own advice, but I'm really good at serving up advice.
That seems to be the common scenario
yeah,
here.
so much easier to give.
Yeah, it is. It is. But to take your own advice,
It's too much
hard.
work.
Yeah, it's hard.
Well, we'll watch this back and then just have a lot of reflection and be like,
yeah, I need to
okay.
start doing that.
and then listen to yourself.
Putting
be
my
like,
money
"Preach,
where my
girl."
mouth is.
Yes.
Exactly, exactly.
Are you in a relationship right now?
I am.
And for how long?
Well, it's complicated.
Oh, we love complicated.
So
Fun.
if you, okay, so it could be 4.5 years or it could be like a year. So we had a 1.5 year break in
Okay.
the middle.
That's a long break. That's
yes.
like a break up.
It's a break. It was a break that turned into a breakup. And then we got back together last summer. So we're about to have like a year back together, but I of course made us still celebrate our 4.5 year anniversary, even though he was trying to get out of it. Cause he's like, oh no, that's not our anniversary anymore. I'm like, yes, it is. It's our anniversary of our first date. Yeah.
Like,
So we
surprised on you. We have 2 anniversaries
exactly.
now.
I was like, we'll have as many as you like, but that one still counts,
Yeah.
even though you clearly haven't gotten me anything.
There's
But no, he did
topic.
good. He did good, but I think he was trying to get out of it. So
Yeah.
we took a 1.5 years off because I moved to New York 3 years ago when Cheddar first started. They moved me out, and then we broke up. And then I was in New York, and that was fun. And I moved back to LA and didn't want to get back together. And then finally, we ended up getting back together. So that's why there's like a 1.5 years apart in the middle.
How did he get you back? Because you didn't want it at first, right?
I didn't want it at first. Well, because when I moved there, I thought we were going to make it work and everything was be okay.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, I can't do the distance. And then
Yeah, it's
slowly
hard.
I became
He was like,
single. Yeah. And I was not happy about it.
Yeah.
But it was really good because I got to be single in New York. I tried dating apps. I like did all these things I would never thought I was going to do. And then I moved back and I didn't want anything to do with him. And I was like, I'm dating other people. I like fell in love 3 times in that 1.5 years. And I was like, this is great. And then I think actually I got him back more than him getting me back. I like showed up at the airport when he was going to Europe and like wrote him this letter and like gave him this like really sentimental gift.
Yeah,
and,
like a movie moment.
right. But after not talking to him for 3 months, like I like blew him off for 3 months. Like blocked him on
And then-
social, like everything. He had no
And
access.
then you tried reaching out to him and he didn't respond?
No, then I just showed up at the airport.
Yeah.
I just like went full.
Like romance.
Yeah, it was very, very rom-com style.
Yeah.
And then after that, we like got back together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
that's
kind of a
sweet.
weird. It's a saga. It's like a trilogy. We're in like the 3rd book,
Yeah.
I think. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this is like...
But I feel like that sometimes happens, you know, couples who have been together and then they have a break and they date other people, and then you get back together. I feel like you know that's your person because like we've seen other people, we know what we don't want anyone else, we want each other. Let's just stay together.
Yeah, and we had like relationships in that time, so it wasn't even just like, oh, we were apart for 3 months and kind of like dated. It was like I had like 3 like relationships. So.
Yeah.
Did he date too?
He did, but we don't really know anything about it. We don't want to.
Yeah,
Unless
which
we
is
have to.
fine. Like, I don't think I would want to know too much about it.
I would turn into a psycho.
Yeah.
Like if I found out that girl's like one of her names, I would like.
I know, but have you ever
on
like
the
not wanted to
gram.
know, but then you like ask little questions, and then you like tiptoe,
so
and then
blonde
you're in it, and then you're like,
Then you're a monster.
Yeah.
The housekeeper was like trying to tell me little things, and I'm
You're
like,
like,
don't
no.
tell me, because I will go full-blown psycho Italian on you, and next thing you know, that girl's life will be like,
In danger.
it will ruin me and her. Like it was gonna
Yeah.
ruin me, definitely.
Yeah.
So we opted to not talk about it.
And you didn't see it when you weren't together. You didn't like stalk him at all, or like sneak and look.
Oh
on-
yeah. Oh yeah.
You did.
Yeah, because then you get in that point where everything you're posting, you're like posting for them to see. And then that's really negative and unhealthy. So that's why part of me kind of blocking him completely was like, it was more for me because I was the one that was getting so into, well, did he like my thing? Did he see my story? All this stuff. And then I was like, this is really unhealthy for me.
Yeah.
So I had to like do that proper
did
break.
you ever see him like with another girl on his Instagram or on his story?
No, he's not he's like really not active on
That's
social
the best,
media.
though. You're lucky.
Well, but he's active on everyone else's, not
Yeah.
on his own though.
So you would see like snippets of it.
I'd see him
through
liking like a lot of things, like a lot of girls and stuff like that, and like didn't like that.
Yeah.
No girls
Yeah.
like that.
No,
That's why I like my
hard.
boyfriend to be anti-Instagram.
He's anti-Instagram?
He doesn't do Instagram.
Because like there's like that weird unspoken rule, right? Of like, can they like and
No.
follow girls they don't know? Like I don't know, like
Yeah, it's like, oh, she's
hard.
famous, so it doesn't count.
right, exactly. But I
But
don't
It
know.
depends what world
I think
you're
it's
in,
respect. I think
what,
it's
like,
relationship to
yeah.
relationship. I think it's like each relationship's different. Some girls don't care.
I've had
you know?
girls come up to me and be like, my boyfriend follows you on social media. He loves you. Can
Oh, I
you
have
take a
that all
photo
the
with you? I'll
time.
take it.
That's
And
sweet.
And I'm like, you're awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you're like such a cool
No,
girlfriend.
I think it's
I
just
was gonna say my
different types
boyfriend.
of
My boyfriend
girls.
probably follows you guys. I mean, yeah. But you guys are like cool girls, and you're doing like fun stuff too. But there's a lot of other people that maybe like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it
probably goes back
depends.
to my insecurities at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
But like, like some of the girls I was following like supermodels, and then he's like following them too, and
you're
I'm like,
why are you following
yeah.
him?
But then it's like, then is it a weird double standard? I don't know. I just
Yeah.
try to like.
Social media and relationships is so new. It's just tricky. It's like, what? Okay, am I wrong for not being okay with this, or is he
Right.
wrong for doing that? It's like I
It
don't, I
just
don't know. It's
depends
new.
on the past, the person, the
Right, have they like
everything.
interacted, or even like the whole like following your ex thing, and like, is that a thing that is okay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And even like imagine if he's just commenting on all the photos too, like you're looking hot today.
Yeah, see that, no, and then I'm like, well, and what's going down in the DMs? Like, who even
Dude,
knows?
I get so many messages all the time. Girls being like, "Hey, can you block my boyfriend?" Hey.
Really?
Can you block my boyfriend?
Yeah, because she's like, they go on their their profiles and block me,
She's
and
like, I
then they
can't get him to
unblock
unfollow you.
And
Can
like,
you just go block
yeah.
him for me? Cause
Yeah, so then I had a comment one day being like, my girlfriend blocked you, but then I unblocked you. And I commented back on it and I said like, that's not a good idea.
Yeah,
and she
that's not a good idea. Now you're definitely blocked if they ever
now
get
you're
back together.
you're in the relationship.
Yeah,
you're in
now
between
you're in the
them.
red
I know,
zone.
like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Some are off limits. Like,
I know, but it really messes with my engagement.
You're like, I gotta respond to my comments. I mean,
No, but I know that a lot of guys that have girlfriends can't like my photos. So I'm like, you guys are really messing with my engagement. I know
right, 'cause
you
they're
saw it.
following
You have to like it, yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
or you just gotta get the girls to like them.
Yeah, that's my goal. I need girls. I want you girls. I don't want the boyfriends. I mean, it doesn't have to have them. Yeah, I want you guys too. No, I'm kidding.
She's like, I want everything.
I want everyone, but girls. I think
Yeah.
girls. It's more powerful to have girls. Girls are amazing. I
Girl
want all the
power.
girls. Girl power for life.
Power, baby.
Like slumber party power, which is like what we're
Yes.
doing.
Yeah. There's girls that are like that don't want friends, that kind of
want
like
a
might
girl's
see.
girl.
There's girls who
Yeah.
are amazing. Like there's
I
so
don't
many
trust
amazing
girls that aren't girls.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
girls like only have guys in their lives, like that's a huge red flag for me.
So it's like,
No, but in high school, like, because this is a topic we always talk about, all the podcast listeners are like, okay, we get it, Summer. But growing up, all the girls that liked me in high school, so I only had guy friends. But it wasn't because I only wanted guy friends. It's like I wanted girlfriends, but they're all mean to me. So then I had to be with the guys because I couldn't be alone. Like, I
Yeah.
also didn't want to be alone, but the guys want to be my friend. And it was like, they're just good friends.
Why didn't any of the girls like
Hard
you?
cut to little Summer pulling all the girls there.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm like, what's
like
really
high
going
school
on?
was like freshman year is like the first time I've ever been really in public school and stuff because I only dabbled in it a little bit because I was homeschooled most of my life. And I don't know, girls just didn't like me, and they all had the little packs from like being in the district for so long, going to
Because you were a
elementary.
new girl.
Yeah, I was a new girl, and it wasn't the right time to be a new girl.
I pulled in all the new girls. So like all the new girls in my high school, I was like, you're my friend. Like,
See, that's what I need
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you needed her.
There's none of
Yeah.
yous at my school.
Well, then
there's
your
no
school sucks.
Alyssas. I know, it was really bad.
Good thing it's over.
No, thank God.
I know.
Yeah, you're good now.
Well, I've dropped out freshman year, so.
It ended quickly.
But would you
Yeah, I ended
would
up
you have
like,
stayed
bye-bye.
if the girls were nicer?
People ask, like, and my mom even asked me, like, hey, what if we go to, like, a different district? What if we do different things? And I was just, like, over it, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today at a young age because I started everything very young. So I think that it
all worked
jump-started.
out.
Like, because it's like I didn't ever want to go to college. My mom was always like, if you wanted to go to college and if you had something that you need school for, I would have pushed you and I wouldn't have really supported your like dropout thing. But at the time I wanted to go to cosmetology school. My mom was in cosmetology school because she used to do hair, but then she has trigger thumb. It's like from doing hair her whole life. So she wanted to be an esthetician. So she was in school again for that. I was in there like every single day with her. I made friends with every single person there. Like I was.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I can make friends.
Yeah. They all love me. All the older
Yeah.
girls there, like I would actually have girlfriends, and I'd hang out with my mom and her friends. I was like, I love it here. My mom saw that, and she'd be like, Summer, just drop out, goes to cosmetology school. But then you would need to get your GED, you need to be 17 or pregnant, and I was only 15. I wasn't pregnant. So in those years,
So then I
Really?
went
Those are
and
the
got
rules?
pregnant.
yeah, you have to be 17. You have to be 17 or pregnant to get your GED. And
But I
just
did
in
not
that
know
time,
that those were the rules.
Yeah.
either.
so I needed a
Could
GED.
you fake being?
I know, I'm like, guys, I'm pregnant. They're like, here's a pregnancy test.
You're like,
But the thing is that in that time, like, because I couldn't go to cosmetology school right away without GED, because it helps with grants and stuff, and then the government helps pay. But so I just really worked out, and I got into my fitness heavy, and that's what I did. So it all happens for a reason. It was just a part of my journey, and there's a reason why it happened. Because if tables turned and I had all the best friends in the world at school, and I stayed there for 4 years, then I would have wasted the 4 years, and I would have just been, you know.
And you may have just like never left home too. Like you may have been like, all my friends are here, they're staying here, or like they're all settling down.
And it made me strong. Like I really can deal with a lot of hate and stuff now because of what I had to go through. So it was fine.
You're a strong woman.
I'm a strong woman, but I'm not saying to people like, oh, drop out. Like, no, stay in school.
Yeah, do what's right for you.
You know, every person's different. Every journey's different. It's like mine is just a unique
You let
situation.
life be your education.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a million different paths to success at the end of the day.
Everyone's different. And
Yeah.
everyone has a different path, and that's the beautiful thing about life. So it's life.
We just had a heartfelt moment right there. Well, thanks for sharing your story.
I know the listeners are probably like, Summer, we've heard it a million times. But I went into more detail that time.
Yeah,
that was a good
It was
one.
a different twist on it.
Yep.
It's good. Yeah. But when you were in New York, you made a lot of friends when you were there, I'm sure.
Luckily, I had a bunch of friends there already, and I did make some new friends. But I was also like in a new place.
Oh, okay.
And so I had a few good friends there as well. But yeah, I definitely made some new friends. But it was hard. I was lonely a lot. Like my family's here.
That's really
So
hard.
Funny in like a
breakout.
big city with so many people.
and then like everyone's out and about.
Yeah.
It was there. I was always forcing myself to be really social because I was like away from my family, away from my boyfriend, then became single, and I felt like I was always just trying to like interject with other people's plans and like be busy.
Like, there's Alyssa again.
Yeah, there she is. Like, and I'm like, hey guys, but I like forced myself. But yeah, there was a lot of times I was really lonely and like. You know, you can be lonely.
Going through a breakup, being lonely, it's like you're just sitting home like, oh, I wish I was
Well,
with
you
him.
can even be around a million people and still be lonely.
Yeah,
Like-
which is I was.
Yeah.
I was like, I definitely was.
Yeah. And why is that? It's more because
Because you're not connecting, I think, with
Yeah.
anyone. And even when you're like heartbroken, you're in a place where you aren't even like open to connecting or with people, I think.
you're
like,
so like
there's a wall around you. And
Yeah.
you're like, unless you're gonna like, only you can really let it down.
Yeah. Well, that's like it's actually pretty rare to go so long away from somebody and then reconnect. Like that, I think it's great though. I fully believe in timing, and you know,
timing is everything.
Yeah.
That's for sure for us as well. It was like the main thing was timing.
Yeah, because now you're able to work from LA with Cheddar.
I know.
It's not just in New York. I didn't know they were in LA.
Yeah, so it's just me in LA.
Oh, okay.
So of our company, 98% are in New York, and then we have a couple people in DC, and then they moved me back almost 2 years. It will be 2 years in August to launch the West Coast studio. So it's just me out here doing all the West Coast, and then my team's been built out from here. So yeah, it's a very small bureau, but it was fun. But it was one of those things where when I first got there, I was expected to be there for a few years, which is why my boyfriend and I split up. And then a year later, here I am moving back to LA, and he's like, "Oh, so you're gonna like move back in?" And I was like, "No."
Yes.
He's like, "No." I'm like, "No, we're broken up."
Yeah.
And you
Boys are so weird.
You thought like, so he broke up with me thinking I was gonna be gone for all this time, and here I am like 10 months later planning my move back.
Yeah. He predicted the future.
Yeah. And so I was like, no, like, and so we didn't. So I got my own place. I'm living in Venice, and yeah, I definitely did not. He was very confused why we weren't just like getting back together. And I was like, you bailed me when I like really needed you. And I get it, it just didn't work for him. And like going into the love languages, I don't know if you guys are into the love languages. The 5 love languages. Yeah. So we both read that book while I was there. And his are like, you know, physical touch and stuff like that where you need long in person. Distance. Yeah, so it like didn't work. It just didn't work for us, and I don't blame him. Like, I also had a lot of stuff I needed to work out clearly. It just wasn't right timing. But I was definitely very stubborn at first. Like, no, I'm not getting back together just because I'm moving back. No. Like, all super sassy.
Yeah.
Super
I love
sassy.
how you chose work, though.
I chose work.
You're like, I love you, but I got to pursue this, so.
Yeah. Well, and it's
I'm
like
trying to take my hair. I'm like,
I think so much. You have a lot of hair. You have like mermaid hair.
Yeah.
oh, thank you. It just looks like
Barbie
this
hair.
today because I had braids and I took it out, so it doesn't always look like this.
No, it's so great though. It's a good look. I did choose work though, and I think, you know, it might be different if someone was married or in like a different pace of their relationship. We had been together for a year and a half, 2 years at that time, and I felt like it was a great opportunity. And even though I had no idea it was going to happen, he did like love me and encouraged me to go, which was like very admirable on his part, even though he basically knew we were going to probably break up. You know?
Some girls would be like, why do you want me to go?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
why? No, I didn't really, I had taken like those interviews without telling him that I would have to relocate to New York at first. So, but I was ready for a big change, and I was very like optimistic. So I thought, oh, well, it'll all work out. Like we can do long distance.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. We definitely could not, but it was probably good that ignorance was bliss for me at that time, because otherwise I may not have gone if I thought I was going to lose like my guy.
For sure over it,
Yeah.
Well, it paid off. Now you have your own show.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so fun.
All right, so we're going to dive into our honey pots. And this is where we have our honeybees send in their diary entries. And you guys can send yours in to diary@ohoneydiary.com.
Okay, cool.
So question number 1. I am a byproduct of divorced parents, and I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. She wants to be with me long term and take it to the next step and get married. However, I am kind of scared from growing up watching parents not stay together. I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And why do I need to put a ring on it if we are loyal and happy already? This would be fine if she didn't want to get engaged. What would you do if you were me?
Am I going to tackle this one?
You're
like
taking the reins.
Oh, I'm taking the reins.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like I'm not a product of divorce, but I do think you can go a couple different ways. You either realize I want something totally different than how I was raised, and I want a different model for my kids, or you are maybe way more affected by it and you still need a lot to process and to go through before you can get to the place where you realize I'm also going to do this, or not going to repeat the same pattern. So I guess for me, my opinion is, I mean, clearly they're on different pages. If one person wants marriage and one person doesn't want marriage, it basically is almost a deal breaker, especially if they've been together 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a deal breaker in my opinion, because it's hard to compromise on marriage and children, I think. Those are two things. It's not like you can't really meet in the middle. You either really are behind it or not, or otherwise you're going to harbor resentment towards that person if you are the one that's caving or vice versa. So I think it sounds like they've had a lot of honest conversations, which is good. They're being direct with what they want, but maybe there needs to be like a third-party counselor to see if they can ever get there, or if the person writing, seems like maybe they should do some more work, see if they can get to a place where they do want to ever get married with this partner if it's important to them, and if they can't because it's just something they're never going to want, then it seems like they need to have like a gut check moment with each other and maybe move their separate ways.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to weigh. Some people just don't care. Some people are like, well, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just, whatever you want. What do you want? You want to get married? All
Right. But if you're like so against it, then it's like, I don't know. I also feel like if you're really young, you might change your mind either way. You might like be okay. But if you're at a certain age where, you've really made your mind up, maybe your late 20s or early 30s, you're
like,
really,
I need this biological clock.
Exactly. Your clock's ticking, you're set in your ways, then you need to maybe move on. But if you're like 21 and you have plenty of time.
It would make a difference if we knew how old she was, how old they were.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 years is kind of a long time to be together too.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like 3 years is a long time, but it just depends of what they want. Like some people are together for 10 years, 15 years, but
they're probably both okay with not getting married because they think why. They seem like one of them wants to get married, one of them doesn't.
Right.
I don't think they should completely end the relationship though. I feel like if she wants to get married and he's unsure. So it's not like he's a hard no on it.
If he's not a hard no, then there could be room for progress.
It seems like it comes from a hurt place. It comes from divorced parents. It's not
and
like
that requires understanding from her side too, of being like, yeah, you had some hard times. Like, let's give it some more time. And like, all right, you have this amount of time.
And as someone who's broken up and gone back together, like you can also break. Maybe you take that break, and then maybe you come together and you change your values, you reassess. Like any people can change. I mean, my boyfriend, there was a time where he didn't believe in marriage and now he does again. And it's like, oh my gosh, so, and I've been over here patient trying to figure out, can I be okay if we don't get married? And it turned out I couldn't. And that was a big conversation we had to have. So it's like, no, I'm not engaged right now. I see you looking at my finger.
I'm like,
no, I am not. So again, like I relate to this person, but like, so you can also sometimes you can also just take time and see if things can change. If you love that person so much and it's like, and maybe a break could help as someone who has had one. My mom was like, I'm never gonna get married because she had like a terrible childhood. I'm never gonna get married, and then she gets married. And then she's like, I'm never gonna have kids. And then my dad convinces her to have 2 kids. You know what I mean? So it's like, not that that's a great example, but I'm just saying like, sometimes people change and evolve and grow and like, and she's, I don't think she regrets having a family. Like,
I hope she does.
So it's like, I don't know. So it depends how hard of a no it is. Soft no.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because my sister and her husband, they go back and forth between having kids. Like 1 second it's a hard no from both of them. Next second it's like, oh, we might have kids. I'm like, please just have kids. I just want.
You're like a niece or nephew.
Yeah, you need the little nieces and nephews running around.
Yeah, I do. I'm like, please have kids, guys. But it's always like back and forth. So it's like, but it's on both of them. It's not like one of them wanting them, one of them. It's always both of them just being like, no.
Like life just happens sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't turn out to be
what you thought.
Yeah, or your choice at the end of it too. Sometimes
it's better than what you thought,
Yeah.
So
sometimes people end up with babies and they're like, oh, all right.
And then they just keep going.
It's the best
like,
thing
life
that
doesn't
happen
end.
to them.
Yeah,
a lot of kids, a lot of people who have kids, it's the best thing in their life.
And it was unplanned.
The most like successful thing that they've ever done.
Right.
But it wasn't planned.
So for all those unplanned babies out there.
Yes. And then you could get your GED. You're allowed to drop out and get your GED.
I don't know, guys. I was like, I need to be pregnant.
You are loved.
Just kidding.
All right, let's go into the honey pot number 2. Oh, honey.
Oh, honey. I'm a freshman in college. In the first week of school, I got a little drunk and ended up sleeping with this really cute guy. I was super excited about it after and even thought we may date. But I found out that he is dating an older girl in a sorority at my college. Of course, since I am new and don't have many friends, I was also trying to rush the sororities to make new friends. But now all the sorority girls have blacklisted me and kind of slut-shamed me. It wasn't even my fault. I didn't even know that he was dating somebody. How do I not be the alienated, lonely slut now for the rest of my college experience?
You know I hate that word.
I know. I think that's why I started laughing because it was like so out there. Okay, well, there's a lot to unpack here. But first off, that is so, okay, it is so mean when girls take that out on other girls. Like she said, she didn't know.
Boyfriend.
Yeah, she didn't know he was dating someone.
If my boyfriend ever cheated on me, I wouldn't be mad at the girl. I mean, I'd probably be like, F you.
Yeah.
But I'm mostly going to be,
at least be
I'm
mad at
mostly
him.
going to be, I'm going to
sabotage her life.
No, I'm going to be mad at my boyfriend because he's the one in the relationship with
you.
He's the one who cares about my feelings, supposedly. He's the one who loves me, not the girl.
That's the mistake, though. That's the mistake that a lot of girls and guys make is taking it out on the guy or the girl.
They're not even mad at their boyfriend. They're like, I can't believe you slept with my boyfriend.
Why did you manipulate her?
Yeah, I've totally seen that where it's like, oh, she's just jealous. She's after my man. It's like your man went behind your back and did X, Y,
and the man's behind. He's like,
she manipulated me.
And he's the one in the relationship with you. Be the mad at the one who's promised you love and broke
PSA to all girls
and broke your loyalty. She didn't owe you anything.
Yeah.
He's the one who owed you.
Yeah, she's like, oh, he had a girlfriend?
Yeah, it really needs to be more like that. That's how it should be. Like, he should be in trouble with that chick, and then she should just be like, well, I didn't know, and everyone be like, well, she didn't know. Like, that seems way more logical. Yeah. But I don't know if this is also just something that happens. I'm sure it still happens, but I do think in high school and college, it's way more heightened where girls are pinned against each other. Like it's just easier because they're still in the competition mode for men. Yeah. And I do think it's one beautiful thing getting older is you realize like you're not in competition with girls for guys anymore. You're just not. Yeah. You just won't, if a guy was like, oh, I'm gonna choose. Yeah. If a guy was like, oh, I'm gonna choose between the two of you, we'd probably both check out and be like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Like walk away.
Yeah, like, all right, you're indecisive.
In college, in high school, you think that that's your only pawn. So you have your college and your high school, and those are the only guys. When you get out of it, you realize you have the whole world.
That could be true.
Yeah. No, is interesting is her situation sounds similar to your high school situation, right? Yeah. Where all the girls are now blacklisting her. Yeah. They won't talk to her.
That could be you. You were the new fish in the pond, and you were going to eat all the plankton.
Plankton.
Yummy plankton.
Yeah, so many planktons.
Yeah.
You were intimidated.
Exactly. Like, leave. We hate you.
Well,
luckily I didn't sleep with any of their boyfriends. So
they just didn't like you for no reason.
I don't know the reason.
The worst. That happens too.
Yeah. That's even worse. I wish it had a reason.
Unless you were secretly pulling all of their hair that we just don't know. Yeah.
I'm pinching them. I'm like,
yeah. I don't know why they didn't like me.
I don't know why.
I feel bad for this girl. I do think, and I know this is like too late, but I just think sleeping with someone immediately, especially in a new environment, is not a good idea. Only because, and it should be fine, like in women power, but only because women are so quickly to get labeled slutty or promiscuous or whatever. It's just so different. Guys are like the cool guy. We're still in that like backwards mode to where, unfortunately, that happens. And I think it's always better to like don't rush into something, because then you're also like she's gonna be associated with that guy forever, or at least for like a while in her college, and because that's all these people's first impressions of her. So like my advice, if you're starting a new school or you're going to college, is like try to like be really picky about who you spend your time with, because you don't want to pick the asshole, which clearly that guy was an asshole, and then he's dating someone else and you had no idea because you were new and he was charming.
And another reason why I don't think girls should really sleep around is because guys, they like the chase, and they like, if you give yourself to them right away, she's like, oh, I thought he'd date me. Regardless if you had a girlfriend or not, he's not going to date you after you just give it up on the
Odds
first
are much
night.
less. It's not like high school. College won't be like high school, where it's like you have this reputation and you have to like deal with it. I think that's the beauty of college is eventually, and everyone in college, not everyone, but a lot of people get pretty promiscuous in college, so.
I'm trying to think of like a roundabout, because sometimes people can hold grudges and be so mean throughout like all of your years of college, and you don't want that either. So I'm thinking like it could be just, I mean, obviously this girl is already a little bit immature, getting like a whole squad against you, and like she's obviously pissed and heartbroken and so many things. I would say give it some time and then figure out if she's the type of girl that if you could have a conversation with, maybe not you directly, or just maybe like talking to somebody and just giving like a heartfelt like apology. Yeah. Even though it's not your fault, just being like,
apology
hey,
that you didn't know and you're
I'm
sorry
so sorry
that you offended.
I'm so sorry I didn't know. It's like, you know, and that could just be
ownership.
Something. Yeah.
Like just like if you own things, it's really hard for people to eventually to
hold
like
grudges
still hold grudges, because it's like you owned up. Even her calling, like, I hope it's not self-loathing when she's like calling herself those names, but even if she's like owning it, like, hey, I was promiscuous, I hooked up with this guy, like, just the fact that she's owning it is also like taking ownership, and hopefully, unless she's talking down, I'm hoping she's not talking down to herself, but that's like hard for people to, because it can only hurt you when it's like, it hurts you, and if it's not hurting you, and you're just like, I did that, and that was the way I felt in that moment. I didn't know. I'm really sorry.
I mean, it depends how much she cares too. Like, she's hurting from it. So the fact that she's hurting from what other people think, and the sorority girls going after her and stuff too, it's like, all right, you know, time does heal, but also conversations heal too.
And she's also saying that she's trying to have make friends, so she's going to sororities. And like, there's other girls and other people to be friends with outside of sororities.
Oh yeah, there's a I forget the name. What is it called? When you're not in.
In goddamn independent?
Yeah, goddamn independent. Be a part of that.
I was not in a sorority, so, and I had plenty of friends in college.
I was, and I would say that it's great for some people, but for me, I was like the worst sorority girl. I would miss like all of my chapter meetings because I had to work, and like I just went for the free food, and
and like the dances,
the parties, like some of the parties, but I would mostly hang out with like different people outside of my sorority. I never really like hung out with all the girls in my sorority. I would at lunch, but then other than that, it didn't really, like, I would have saved like thousands of dollars.
The only thing I ever know about sororities is what's that with Amanda Bynes? It's the Snow White. Oh wait.
Formal?
No, it's a movie.
What movie? With Amanda Bynes?
Yeah, Amanda Bynes.
Huh. I don't know.
And it's called,
she's the man?
Oh no, maybe it's not Amanda Bynes.
Which is a really good
maybe
movie.
it's not Amanda Bynes. I love that movie.
I don't know what
but
that
no,
Dresses up like a boy.
It's called it's like with the seven dwarfs.
Snow White.
No, but it's a college version. It's like a remake of like Snow White, but a sorority. Why can't I think of it? It's like
That was a movie?
It's like a movie. It's a really good one.
Is it on like a Disney Channel?
No, why can't I think of it? Oh my god, I need my phone.
This sounds like a good one with phones.
How would you rate the movie on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, is it a good movie?
It's like an 8.
Oh, okay, so
it's like
I don't think it's Amanda Bynes. Maybe it's not Amanda Bynes.
We were way off. You're leading us down like a rabbit hole
like
over here.
you're just like trailing us along.
No, I think it is. No, it's
not. Anytime I think of Amanda Bynes, I think of Amanda, please.
I think of She's the Man, which is a really good movie.
She's not. Oh, fuck! I
never even seen that.
She just looks like a boy, and there's
And what is it about?
In high school, right?
Sydney White. That's the movie.
Nope.
You guys remember?
Crickets.
It's a really good movie, but that's the only thing I know. That's the only thing I know about sorority is because she tries to go into sorority. I don't know if it's Amanda Bynes. I think it is, but I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll leave it there.
Comment below if
I
you know
love
what the hell
Amanda Bynes.
Summer's talking about. Right. Because I don't.
Everyone's going to be like, oh my god, yeah, it's the best movie ever.
They might.
She's the Man.
I'm probably
the best
like
ever.
the one out
I
of the
love
loop here.
all of the Amanda Bynes, like Love Wreck. Oh, what about the...
Is that why you friended me? Because like my name's Amanda and it reminds me.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
She thought you were Amanda.
What about the movie where she's What a Girl Wants?
Like, are you Amanda Bynes?
Oh, you're not? Okay. Oh,
what about What a Girl Wants? And like, so the podcast is gonna be like, oh my god, she says that like 3 times. I'm like, guys, listen to me. I'm saying it again.
It's like this one movie I once watched.
No, it's a good one. I love all the Amanda Bynes movie.
They're good.
That's why we're friends.
She's like, I don't like your personality. I just like your name.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I'm just
I'm here. I'm still here. I'm just kidding. You're just fighting?
Like,
Mom and Dad, are you fighting?
We're getting divorced.
Just all flashbacks.
Yeah.
And you have siblings, right?
I have a brother.
Okay, did you fight like this?
It was a lot more like physical, like him punching me in the arm, you know, it was more like that.
Yeah. How close are you in age?
We're 2 years apart. So
Oh,
we're pretty
yeah.
close, yeah.
So when you're that close in age, I feel like it's always
Yeah. Your
like a war.
best friends are like worst enemies.
Yeah, one or the other. It doesn't really.
Yeah, me and my siblings, my mom had twins after me, 16 months apart. So like a little over a year. I mean, a year and 6 months pretty much, or 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah.
But
Almost
she's-
Irish twins.
Yeah.
She's like, I mean, my other two siblings were so close in age, and we like, when we were younger, my mom had a rule that if there wasn't blood involved, do not bring it to her attention.
My mom had a similar rule like that. Wow, you just like brought that back. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tough
I mean,
love.
it makes sense. The kids are fighting
Like
all
figure
the time.
your stuff out.
Yeah.
But my mom
solve
would
it.
say that,
Yeah.
and we would go out to the barn and we would feed the horses, but we'd have to have we'd have pitchforks, so we'd like feed the horses like with the hay.
So you would
and
fight
we
with
would
the
fight with
pitchforks?
pitchforks. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Me and my siblings were.
That is
bad.
brutal.
I made my-
Where'd you
I
grow
made them
up?
leave. On a ranch in Larkspur, Colorado.
That's cool.
So they're like sword fighting with pitchforks.
Oh yeah, we would. And
That's why she's like, unless there's blood, because there's probably often blood.
And you know like how what you like the poop scooper uppers like horse poop, we would like fight. We would break them because we'd fight each other with them.
Oh, but that was fun.
Oh no, it was mean. It was we were fighting
Sounds
till
smelly
death.
too.
We would have little matches. We had a trampoline, and my sisters and I would have wrestling matches on the trampoline. So it's like you're in a ring already, so why not have a wrestling match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fun though.
And then it would start as fun because siblings, and then it would just turn like survival.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
I think that's like, I wonder if that's like normal for kids now to like just fight it out with siblings.
I mean, I was just with my nephews over the weekend. One's 2 and one's 1, so they're very small. But like, the 2-year-old just like punches the 1-year-old. Like, he just like steps on him, everything. Like, he's not even
Like
there.
I am alpha.
Yeah, he's definitely asserting his dominance. So I think it's still
Yeah,
probably.
but older kids, I just wonder because they're not out being active as much, so they're on their phones, like they're fighting over text, like you suck.
Yeah. They're video game fighting. They're like battling.
Unfollowing,
like esports.
following,
Yeah.
unfollowing, following.
Mean comments.
Blocking.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Unblocking.
That's what kids do now. Like they unfollow their parents when they get mad at their parents. It's their way of like venting out that negative energy. I used to go under my desk when I was little and just write, "I hate you, mom," and just like write that.
Also,
and
it
then,
does make sense that like unfollowing would be like.
yeah, that was like my outlet,
version.
just like carving into my desk with a
Oh,
pen.
you're carving. Okay, yeah. So it's
Well,
like
with
permanent.
like a pen underneath, just trying to make it stay and make my point.
Did
But
they see
Did you
it
get mad?
ever?
no, I had to go and show her like after and be like,
That's how I feel.
"Yeah, I did that," and then get in trouble for that.
Right, exactly. But you like wanted.
It's like
you
it's all backfired. Not a smart kid.
My mom has so many notes. You know, I would do something, or she'd get mad at me, and I'd feel guilty, and I'd write her a note. And I would take it to her.
Why would
so
do that
many
too? Like do like
notes.
apology letters.
I think that's. Maybe I didn't have paper.
And now I feel like
Am I
it's all
bullying?
over text. So now you can't like hold that forever. Like now, like my mom has all my notes, and we can look at them, and it's funny.
Yeah.
But like
Tooth fairy
now,
ones.
it's like
no.
all on text. So how can you
She
say
just
that?
like screenshots it and like
Screenshots.
uploads.
To
Honestly,
iCloud?
things are probably documented more now than they were before. Like those home videos now are just like movies.
Yeah.
Like full on, like fully produced, like with cameras right now on the iPhones. Like
Yeah.
I was watching
Yeah, I
like
know.
videotape footage of like my childhood memories, and it's just like all over the place. There was like a button on the video camera that you press, and it takes a still photo. But
Oh.
it would take a still photo, but you would just hear the audio in the background, and the still photo would stay up for like 30
Yeah.
seconds on the camera, so it's just super awkward.
Right. My friend had the one like that you had over your shoulder and had like
Oh,
a
yeah.
plug that went into the wall.
Oh.
Yeah. No, the plug was only like 10 feet long, so we'd literally be like like walking around with like an extension cord with like the camera
oh,
on.
that's rough. Yeah.
We got some good videos though.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it was worth it with that camera, but that was a lot of
Yeah, I
work.
have so many like little like the little things that go in what were those
Little
called?
tapes?
Yeah, little tapes, and I need to take them and like convert them. Cause how do you watch those?
You have
yeah.
to take them and convert them.
You take them to like a company to
Yeah, my dad like has recently been doing that. He's been like taking all of that and
My dad
converting
just
it to
did that with all
well,
of
to
ours.
DVDs. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did it to DVD. I'm like, I know I need to find a DVD player.
Exactly.
I'm
To
like,
convert it
Jeez,
just to like
this is another
a
thing I have to
file.
convert.
on like a flash drive.
A lot of
It's
work.
a lot, and it's probably a lot of money too.
Yeah.
It's like $300.
Yeah.
Probably, because they can. I mean, whatever.
Right, because how many
price
people
it
are
is.
doing that?
Yeah. Probably a small amount.
Yeah.
If you're looking to start a business out there, guys,
Yeah, we found one.
just for you. Once you
buy
become like a
one.
multi-millionaire, just
Remember us,
remember.
little people.
I know. I think we should get a percentage, but whatever.
Okay. She's the boss lady over
Yeah,
here,
she's an
demanding.
entrepreneur. Do you want to have kids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Boy, girl, do you have it all mapped out?
No, I mean healthy,
Yeah.
happy,
Yeah.
healthy.
Yeah, healthy.
I think in this day and age, just healthy is enough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
Well, now
going
you can
on.
like plan the genders and plan.
That's
the-
weird.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
freaks me out a little bit
Do you
too.
think it really works?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it done.
Well,
It's a science.
Anything that's IVF, you can pick genders now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So IVF, you
Also,
can pick.
my kids I want will come out because I want 1 boy, 2 girls.
You can
Or
map
maybe
that out.
maybe it's 2 girls, 1 boy.
Oh, I forget.
2 boys, 1 girl.
I feel like just let it happen and you'll think that's what you wanted.
Oh right.
Yeah. 'Cause it feels like it could be either one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to. What'll be?
We already talked about her name. Sorry, do you have names for? No.
Oh wow. I'm
Not
really
planned.
sad.
No.
Yeah.
No. I feel like I would want boys though.
Yeah. You can be the soccer mom.
Yeah,
into
I
the-
just feel like I want boys because I think they'd be easier, and maybe that means I probably will have karma and have girls, but like I'll be fine because then I feel like I can raise and be strong women. But for boys, I'm like, okay, like girls, it's like their hearts are gonna get broken, and that's sad, and then you don't want them to get like pregnant or get their, be the slut that no one's talking to in college, like that one
Oh
girl,
my
like,
gosh.
it just feels like guys would be easier, but then
Yeah.
I feel like also in this day and age, I should choose girls because then you can raise them in a certain way.
Yeah.
And that would be amazing. But it's also great to have men and raise them to treat women
I'm
right.
so excited for the next generations too. Of like, already this generation is incredible, but like
Right.
of women coming up too. It's like they're gonna be so supportive of each other.
Yes.
And so like I cannot.
They're not taking
wait.
shit from anyone.
No.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, because a lot of girls like, not really our age, but it's usually sometimes like the older women, that are the ones that were raised to like be competitive and like be catty
Yeah.
against women, and I'm just so excited for like everybody to start coming through and just being like lifting people up, and like it's
Right.
just so great.
I'm excited for that too. I think it's a
Yeah.
really exciting time for women
In general.
but it's only gonna
Yeah.
get even better, like you said. And
Yeah.
I think back in the day, women were more competitive
Oh,
because they thought like they had less opportunity. And now
Yeah.
we're in a place where there's so much opportunity
Which
when it
is
comes
true.
to work or dating or men
Yeah.
from whether it's social or just, you're able, like women are rising up in all categories when it comes to the workforce. So it's like, I think now it's like less about competition in general.
That's so true, because like even back then, women, you needed the guy. You
Yeah,
had that.
to
couldn't-
get that next step
Yeah.
or to get someone to support you.
Yeah, because
and now
there
you can
weren't
support
many
yourself.
jobs. Like, yeah, that's so true. Huh.
So that makes me want to have daughters, but then I'm scared for them to like have their heart broken or
Well,
like
they're
have
also
some
a lot more
douchebag
expensive,
knock them
too.
up. Girls are more expensive?
Yeah, that's what I
Wait,
hear.
why?
Clothes.
That's what I hear.
Clothes.
Well, there's what is it? The clothes, the
Tampons. Just kidding.
The pink tax.
And
the
those add up.
tampons, Yeah.
those
Yeah.
add up, and that's a whole other thing. Like, what was your
Oh God.
experience with your period when you first got your period?
It's actually a really funny story.
Tell us.
Okay, well, I'm going to preface this by saying it's so great that girls these days have the internet and they have, information, so they like know what to expect. But for me, back in the dark ages, we didn't really know
dark ages.
besides what we had in our like sex ed class, which was like nothing.
Yeah.
So for me, I was, 13, I believe, and I was with my family. We were in Hawaii, and we were on like this like really long like all-day hike. If you've heard of it, it's called the hike to Hana.
Oh, wait, we're in Oahu? Was that?
It's in Maui.
Oh no, okay.
You hike up to like a waterfall, and there's
Yeah.
like these 7 pools, and it's like this all-day hike. And me and my brother always hated going because it was like, even though it was beautiful,
Did some people hike it bare? No, that was Kauai.
barefoot. Maybe you could.
Yeah, because I did a
Anyway.
barefoot hike.
Oh wow.
My
What
feet
did your
were
feet
like
look like after?
murdered after. Like, on the way, I was so motivated. I went by myself, and it was like a 3-hour hike one way.
Not even those like barefoot weirdo shoes, like actual bare feet?
I started wearing them and it gave me blisters, so I'm like, might as well just take them off. And then I was like, and I found out I joined a club. Like I was a part of like the barefoot hiker club. It's like a club on Instagram.
I never wore
surprised.
shoes as a kid.
Yeah.
I never like at my
Strong
ranch
feet.
never worked. That's how my
Build
feet
those
are so
calluses.
gross still.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I know
my
when the
feet are
nail
gross.
people are like, do you want me to take off the calluses? I'm always like,
But this
no.
is gonna be a
like
fun
every few
story.
times. Okay, this is gonna be an okay story. Anyways, so yes, I menstruated for the first time on this hike with my family, and of course I thought that I was like pooping my pants the whole time. Because like I didn't know that it's not like bright red. At first. So
It's
I
like
was
brownish.
Like, yeah, it's brownish, girls, and as most people know. And so I was just like, oh my God, like every time I was going into like the porta potty on the hike, I was like, what's wrong with me?
You're like, I keep pooping
my pants. And so then I got down and after like all day hiking, sweating, humid, like the worst kind of environment, in pain, I was like, Mom, I just can't stop pooping my pants.
She's like, oh no.
And she was like, what? And then she's like, I think you've become a woman. And I was
She
like,
knew what that meant? And
She-
like as
well-
a mom, I'd be like, what's...
Well, I think I showed her
showing
like
your
my
hands.
underwear after a while. I was like, I don't know. And then she knew. And
Yeah.
so then, yes, that was the first time. But it's funny because I just, you just like don't know. We just didn't have access to the
It was
information.
like, and it was also like a hush-hush topic too. It's like always like you whisper about it. You're like, I think, do you have a tampon?
See,
Yeah.
I grew up in
Yeah,
a
it's
family.
like-
I grew up in a family so different. Like that's why I just like voice my opinion. I'm just so like
that's
I have
how
to
it should
pee.
be.
I have to. Hey guys, I'm on my fucking
It's a bodily
period.
function. Every
good.
girl
Yeah.
Like my family,
normally...
we're just so open about everything. Like
Right.
if we have to take a shit, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go take a
Yeah.
shit. Bye.
Yeah, period
Nice. Was it a
cramps.
naked household too?
No, we were all nudists. Just kidding.
Oh, no, because I have like friends that like grew up in like naked households,
Yeah.
so they're just
No,
like
no,
always
no.
kind of naked, and I was
Yeah.
like, that was not my household.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's great for like body confidence
Right.
and self-esteem. And just
walking
Well, like
around
me and my
weird.
sisters with my mom and stuff, like all my sisters and me, because I have 2 sisters, and we'll be naked together and stuff, and we don't
Yeah.
care.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
I walk around naked.
Some like parents,
Free.
some
That's
moms,
nice, but not
like,
like with your family.
Oh, not
with
with
your-
my whole family, no.
But your sisters.
I'll be naked in front of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I don't have sisters, so I don't know.
Oh, see.
Your brother.
But like
Yeah,
in front
it'd
of
be
your
kinda
mom,
weird.
would you be like be naked and it's not weird, or?
No, not even really with my mom.
Yeah.
No, like close.
Yeah.
See, people
Almost.
think
So
this
you
is
definitely whispered about the tampons with your
Yeah.
mom.
Well, no, first I got like a huge pad.
Yeah.
It was like this giant ass.
Oh,
I feel like every mom
Yeah.
back in like 2000, the early 2000s, gave their daughter a giant pad that was like a diaper.
here's this diaper.
Here. And then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
no,
waddling.
it's always
Yeah.
it's always a big
walking
pad.
around.
Yeah, it was terrible. And
Every
then
move that
a
you
girl
made.
at school eventually gave me a tampon, and then I remember it was this whole thing like, there's 3 holes. You put in the middle hole, and it was like
Yeah.
this big drama. But no
Yeah.
one, you could never get it in that one of the holes.
When I
I don't know why someone tells you there's 3. Like you don't have to worry about the first one.
Yeah, and oh my god, yeah, you don't even know it's
But
there
as
really.
a kid, I was
You're
like, oh my god, I was like panicked. Like, oh my god, like there's 3. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm just like this now for I'm like 3.
I know you have
Yeah,
to
you're
think
like,
about
oh,
it. But that's the
that
thing is,
other
I don't know.
one.
That's all the girls were like, there's 3.
Yeah. And when
My
I
one girlfriend did put it in her butt by accident.
really,
Yeah,
oh, that's hilarious.
it's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
She didn't understand
she's
why
like,
I wasn't
oh,
working.
This is difficult.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, it keeps coming. Like I'm still like getting all over.
it's still getting everywhere. It's
Yeah.
so weird.
This tampon sucks. I'm gonna go back to the diaper. When I first used the tampon, I was in middle school, and I think I got my period when I was like 15.
Oh yeah, so like yeah,
Yeah,
I was 13.
yeah. A lot of girls were. I was like, I'm never getting it.
But you wanted it, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like something. Even though wasn't talked about in the same way as today.
Yeah.
You like wanted to get it because it meant like you're
Yeah.
a woman.
Well, I wanted it because all the other girls had it.
Yeah.
I was like, I want that.
Just like you want to wear a bra,
want
even
it.
though like, you don't
Oh,
need
guys,
one.
can we guys talk about
Gifted
how
tampons
weird, like
from
when
my
the
mom.
when boobs start growing, how weird that was, that experience.
Yeah.
The little like knot that you get in them, and that's the weirdest thing. Like,
Have you guys
and
watched
then
Pen 15?
No.
It's a show, but it's like basically like adolescence to a T, where like they sneak a thong and they wear it to school. I don't know if you
yeah,
guys did
yeah.
that, but like we all did that too, where we like snuck in thongs and thought we were so cool.
When my mom let me buy a thong for the first time, I thought it was
You were
like
hot
the best.
shit.
We go to
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret, and my mom was like, "Okay, you can get one,
like, I am
5 for
sexy.
$25. One can be a thong."
The
I'm like,
training
Yeah.
bra. I was so excited about the training bra. I was like,
and
yes.
it was hideous.
Yeah, the ugliest thing, but I
It was
loved
like
it.
medical.
Yeah.
Almost.
It was so weird
like,
how
I'm
like
wearing
things
this
that we
now.
were so excited about. Like when my mom wouldn't let me wear makeup until I was like 14 or 15 or something,
Yeah.
and like I would like sneak a little mascara,
Oh, yeah.
and my mom would be like, "I see it. Go wash your face." I'm like,
Yeah.
So then I would put a little bit on. I'm like,
My
"She
mom
can't
let us
see
play
this."
with like, I guess.
No, my mom would
My
never
mom
let me.
My mom would
mess
let me
around.
get mascara, so
In
she'd
middle
let me get
school.
my eyelashes tinted, which is really
Really?
weird. Yeah, so I'd go get my eyelashes because they were blonde, so she'd go and get my eyelashes tinted, which was like probably way worse than
Yeah.
mascara because it's like dye in your eyeball.
Yeah, she's like, no, we have to do something more permanent for you,
Yeah,
honey.
It was just like she wouldn't let me highlight my hair, but she let me get like colored extensions in my
Yeah.
hair, like they were like glued in.
I think it's like, it's crazy going back to the period thing though, because this is such a huge topic. Like women in other countries get shamed for it, and like they can't work, they can't do anything,
Yeah.
they can't go out in society, like
they
they
have to
get
stay
punished
home.
for
Yeah.
getting their period, and it's not something you can ever talk about. It's not like, but I think it's so. It should be something that's just so normal. Like,
Yeah.
and like I should be able to yell out if I'm in a restaurant, "Hey, Summer, you have a
The
tampon?"
tampon?
And no
Yeah,
guys to
it
be like,
shouldn't
"Oh,
be weird."
like,
yeah, it's like, oh, well, that's
It's
how we
like-
make future human
Yeah.
race. Like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
at the Oscars when that one woman accepted for best, I think it was short doc, and she's like, it was about about periods, and
Yes,
she's like,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
crying because I'm on my period.
Yeah.
Like that was a moment,
Yeah.
you know, that was a moment to be on public TV in front of millions of live viewers and call out that I'm not just emotional because I'm on my period. Like,
Yeah.
I loved that moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's more to and that's another thing though. It's like, yeah, you can get emotional from your
Yeah.
hormones, but not every time we're emotional is because of
Oh, she must be on her period.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like,
yeah.
no, I can have emotions because I'm
I'm a human being, and
Yeah.
just like men can have them too, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys.
So we get our periods, we can talk about it,
Yeah.
and we can have our emotions.
And if we didn't
could
get our
cry if I
periods,
want.
then there would be no
Cry
babies.
sometimes.
So.
Yeah.
Right,
Hello.
yeah, we should love periods. That's what makes babies.
I love them, but those cramps every month that
No,
I get.
I hate them.
Oh yeah, I
You know
hate
what I've
periods.
been doing? I have this woman that like she does this like massage on my lower abdomen, and she like releases all this stuff, and then when I get my period, I don't get any cramps anymore because she's
sounds
like
amazing.
released all this tension and stress that's like
Yeah.
wound up in there.
Yeah, because you're basically shutting like all
Yeah,
like
it's like
the
a
unused.
major
Yeah,
thing
yeah, your
that our
body's like
going through.
literally
Killing an egg and disposing of it.
Yeah, shutting the lining of your
Yep.
uterus.
Yeah, it's shedding the lining.
Yeah.
That is like fact.
Yeah.
My sister has like this
intense.
disease,
Yeah.
like around her period, that she has the worst cramps, like deathly cramps, like where she
Poor
throws
girl,
up,
yeah.
where she can't move. Like she's on medication for how horrible her cramps are. Like,
That's so
and it's like a
sad.
common thing. Like a lot of girls have this. I can't even imagine.
Mine gets really bad to where like there's been times at work where I've almost like not been able to work.
No, I've stayed at home. It's always the day for me. Like one
When the
day.
first day for
when
me.
it's really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll have to just stay home with like a heating
pad,
pad.
hot tea.
Yep. And then even like
CBD.
Yes, tons of CBD, and like for sure. And I'll even get like headaches sometimes from it too, because I'm
Yeah.
like probably not drinking enough water. Like I'm just more concerned about like life.
It's a big physical like undertaking for
Yeah.
the body.
When I got on birth
So
control, I think that kind of like got better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps it. I mean, I don't know.
I don't bleed as much.
Yeah.
Because I think it thins your lining,
Yeah.
so you don't have to shed it as much, which like most people's periods are shorter.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like.
Because I used to have a really heavy flow.
Yeah,
I
it
have a
helps-
wide
it
set
helps
vagina and a
people a
heavy
lot.
flow.
Yep.
Mean girl.
Yes. I wanted to say it, but I was like, but is it the Cindy
Janice?
White?
Isn't
Not
it
sure.
Janice from Mean Girls? Isn't that her name?
funny.
Yeah. Or no, it's like a random girl. It's,
It's
not
like,
Janice.
she
Sorry,
doesn't
Janice.
even, she doesn't even go here. It's like, sorry, I have a white vagina. and a heavy
Janice
flow.
Slow. Yeah, I remember.
It's the best
Oh, it's the
movie.
greatest.
Well, let's keep talking about our periods, but we'll let you guys go.
If you haven't already tuned off.
Yeah.
You're
thank
still
you
here.
Thank you so much for watching OHoney. And thank you, Alyssa. You guys can check all of her links below.
Thanks
if
for
you're
having
watching.
me.
No, thanks
This
for
was
coming
so much
on.
fun.
I love that. Yeah, a little break away from
all the heavy conversation now to heavy flow conversation.
Yeah.
Heavy flow convo.
Hey.
Great.
A lot of heaviness. Well, thank you guys for watching, and also download our podcast so you can listen to it on your way to work, on your way to school, on your way to whatever you do in life, on your hike. So
Working out, anything you do, listen to
Yeah.
us, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Play, whatever you do.
and
do
send
it
in
with
your
us.
diary entries to diary@ohoneydiary.com. Love you guys. Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.